Hello guys, my name is Shannon. Today, you know what? I was thinking, why not just start a Quentin Tarantino movies review series? Because I've been watching through a lot of his movies recently. Did Pulp Fiction, watched Jackie Brown for the first time, and I was like, why not just do a review series? So, yeah, today we're gonna review Jackie Brown. We're gonna do them out of order. It's gonna be completely, pretty much random. It's just gonna be whichever movie I watch, and Kill Bill will probably combine into one. So, yeah, not much to say, but we can get started. Go check out Pulp Fiction review, and yeah. Starting off with the good, and I think what's fun about this movie, I think some of the characters in particular, like Samuel Jackson and the character of Jackie Brown, like they're just like they just pop a lot. Like the way Jackie Brown is able to outsmart everybody with keeping all the money, I thought that was just a lot of fun in general. I think this movie, parts of it are kind of like, okay, it just kind of gets repetitive, maybe it's a little too long, but overall, like, I think the way it deals with its characters is pretty fun, and overall, I think it just works so. I think Samuel Jackson as Ordell Robbie is just a ton of fun. He brings a lot of life, kind of similar to how he brought life to Jules and Pulp Fiction, and they're pretty similar. I think like Jules' character just a little bit more because he just like has so many iconic lines, but I think the character of Ordell, I think just works as well. He just pops a lot. He like selling guns and trying to stay away from the cops in general. I think that it all works well. The character of Jackie Brown, I just love the way she's able to outsmart everybody, and it's just like you're like fascinated. Like that whole scene at the what would you call it? The clothing store. I don't know. Or the department store, whatever you want to call it, where she's like swaps the bags and everything. I thought that scene was really cool, and also like just the way it's just like fascinating as I'm watching. I'm like the way she's just able to do everything. I think it just works. It's just a lot of fun. There's some characters I wish popped a little bit more, but I'll get to those later. But man, those two I like. Other characters I also like. I forgot to mention. I also like Michael Keaton, and I like the two detectives is Michael Keaton, and then there's I forgot who the other one was. They're also kind of fun sprinkled in here, and Michael Keaton, like, it's like a nice presence here too. It's got a good cast. Like, you got De Niro, Samuel Jackson, Pam Grier as Jackie Brown, Robert Forster, and Michael Keaton. Like, it's got a good cast. And I think some of the Quentin Tarantino dialogue, well, not as apparent as Pulp Fiction because it's a novel adapted from what's his name? I can't think of the guy's name that made the novel, but I think like as a whole, I think Tarantino, even though compared to his first two movies, this one's a bit more story based, a plot based like thriller that keeps you at the edge of your seat while still being like just a lot of fun. And overall, I just think it works. It's not like an amazing movie or anything, but the characters are fun. I like the story involving the conviction of money and then selling guns too, and how all that plays out. I think it just works. It comes to the mixed and bad elements, and there's some characters in here that I just don't think work as well. In particular, you got Robert De Niro, you got the guy that's trying to help Jackie Brown, and then you have those two and the server girl. Like all of them, like Robert De Niro especially, like I feel like his character should just pop more. Like it's Robert De Niro. He's been in a ton of movies, and like every movie I've seen him in, pretty much until this. Because I actually didn't know he was in the movie until it started, and I saw Robert De Niro was on the credits. So like I like saw that and I'm like maybe that might add to it. And he really like he just kind of plays like the guy that got out of prison and then just like doesn't really do anything for most of the movie and then just like messes up. It's just like okay, he just doesn't play a very like unique character. I think like honestly like I forgot what he even did throughout the movie. Like he just plays a very forgettable. And then like and then there's some other and then like there's the Robert Forster's character. I forget the guy's name, but the Bond guy yeah, you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. But he's like okay, he's just trying to help Jackie. You don't know exactly why he's trying to help her. It's just like you're like interested, but it's like you don't quite know his motivation behind everything, which is kind of odd. At least I didn't. I don't know. But overall, I mean, it's not bad. I don't think any of the characters are bad. It's just I wish that some of them pop more. In particular, Robert De Niro. I kind of split this movie into thirds. The first third is entertaining, but that's like the Quentin Tarantino kind of thing, where like he sort of where he has his fun with his characters, his kind of dialogue and everything. Then the second third is when we kind of kick it in a plot, and it has like an odd mix of the two. You have scenes where like there's like tension filled where Jackie's trying to figure out how to like get the money out and like and everything with that. But then there are other scenes where you have just Robert De Niro and Samuel L. Jackson just talking at a bar, like very Tarantino like. It's just Elmore Leonard, that's the writer. It's like a mixing of the two styles, and in some ways it does work because it shows that Tarantino can make a much more like plot based movie. But in other senses, it's just like an odd mix of the two. So it just makes the movie just end up being longer than it needs to be. It doesn't. I don't think it needs to be longer than like 2 hours and 10 minutes maybe, but it's like 2.5 hours. But then you get to like the final third, where that's like full on plot based, and that's like that's like the part of the movie I really enjoy. But like I still think the characters are well done. It's still like a well made. I think it's a really well made movie. It's a bit more mature than Pulp Fiction or even Reservoir Dogs to some extent. But I just don't think I have as much fun watching this one as those two, or even some of his later ones like Django or Inglourious Bastards. So like it's just kind of like right there in the middle. It's good, but it's not like great. It doesn't like fully pop. It doesn't. It's interesting and it kind of stands out in his career, but like it's kind of like it doesn't feel like as Tarantino like as I feel like it should. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. But like it's still I think it's a thriller involving getting the money and everything with that. I think it works. For this movie's final score, I'm gonna give it I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's good. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I had a decent time with it, but it's not like one of his best movies. I think this might be the weakest one I've seen so far. I've seen 6 of his movies. Pulp Fiction. I've seen Pulp Fiction. I've seen this, Django, Hollywood, Inglourious Bastards, and Reservoir Dogs. I think this one's probably my least favorite, but still enjoy it. I'm excited to get through the rest of his filmography. I'm probably gonna do Inglourious Bastards next. I'm probably gonna do like 1 or 2 of these a week, so we'll see what happens. And other movie franchises reviews. Well, you can end the video if you don't want it. You don't really care, but Mission Impossible, I'm probably gonna do sometime soon. I'm probably just gonna review the newest one, then rank them, and then I'll do a new review series when the next one comes out. And then there's Christopher Nolan, which I'm probably gonna do. And then anything else that I've missed, I'm just not gonna bother with unless I like a scene, and then I can review it. That's like what I'll do. So that about does it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. See you guys next time. Adios.